Sorry, I'll try harder.
Hello? Hey girl, what's going on? Hey. Hey, I really did not want to come over here and be a Debbie Downer today, but this story came out 2 days ago, and I was like, I just want to talk about it because it's happening, and it's very, very much
A
so close to home because it
42-year-old
happened
pastor
in the
knowingly
state that I
infected a
reside. So I kind of wanted to
14-year-old
touch
boy and a
bases on this. Now,
6-year-old male with
it's about the
HIV.
Florida
Let's
pastor
talk
who
about
was
it.
having sex with a 14-year-old boy, and he was hiding the fact that he had an HIV diagnosis. So I really wanted to talk about this, and so I think it was a good idea to put it out. Okay? All right, bye. Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? As I said, this is a very touchy subject, but because of the fact that it's becoming more and more rampant, it's time that we at least take this subject head on. Okay, so this is about the pastor that was accused of luring a 14-year-old boy through a dating app and exposing him to HIV. Now, I am a very big believer in God, but I have learned through experience with life and then being a church member that you can go to church all you want to, but the changing of you starts within. So I don't look at a pastor as my savior. I don't look at a church as a savior. I am my savior. I go to church when I want to fellowship. Okay? Because that's what church is for. That's what the pastor is for. The pastor is referred to as the shepherd. And in the Bible, Jesus refers to humans as the sheep. So they are, if you think about a farm, that's herding. So, you know, sheep are different colors, different sizes, different textures of fur. But they have one thing in common is that they respond to the shepherd. Okay? So now that we got that out of the way, you can't trust every pastor. Because even in the Bible, God administered to you to test the spirits. Okay? So I don't trust all of them. Because anybody can say, oh, I'm a pastor. Everybody want to be saved, but they forget one thing: they have to save themselves. So let's look at this, because I really wanted to touch bases with this because he's a perfect example. Okay? The article is Florida pastor accused of having sex with a 14-year-old boy while hiding his HIV diagnosis. Okay, so not only was he taking advantage of someone that didn't even know what their body was for, that person didn't even know how important it was to protect themselves, okay? And that's what this is about. He wanted to target someone younger. Okay, so this is Timothy Shaneyfield, 42, of St. James United American Free Will Baptist Church in Winter Haven, was arrested and faces multiple charges. And he had been in the school system too, y'all. A dope-smoking pedophile preacher had sex with at least one underage boy and an adult man without telling them he was HIV positive. And Florida officials said Tuesday they fear there might be additional victims. I can promise you, the way that a lot of these men move when it comes down to intimacy, I can guarantee you that there are a lot of victims. Okay? Timothy Chainfield, 42, of St. James United American Free Will Baptist Church in Winter Haven, was arrested after he got off a plane at Orlando International Airport on July 29th, the Polk County Sheriff's Office said in a statement. The sheriff's office alleged that Shaneyfield and a 14-year-old boy met on a dating app before Shaneyfield took their chats to Instagram, which led to 3 meetings for sex, and Instagram was the one that told. Tips from Instagram and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children led to detectives to Shaneyfield, Sheriff Grady Judd told reporters Tuesday. So all y'all that's in People Messenger, sending sexually provocative pictures, trying to creep, there are eyes on you. So just know that, you think that Big Brother's not looking, but he is. And if you're doing something that is out of the role of what police authorities deem to be legal, you will be arrested. A 26-year-old man who also had sex with Shaneyfield was located by investigators and tested positive for HIV, Judd said. And let me tell y'all DL men something. Okay? I don't know why the fuck y'all ain't using condoms. But you eggplant slinging ass men who act like you can't keep yourself together, like you so hot you got to have it. Baby, y'all better you better cover it, okay? And if I can't give you no advice because you ain't obviously able to control yourself, protect yourself, okay? And protect the woman at home, because usually you DL men have them, and protect the children who will be taken care of by the mother once you're found out, okay? So get over your lust and desires and think about everybody else. As a matter of fact, free the person that you're holding so you can live the life you want to live. Because I've told y'all, and I'll put this at the end, where he talks about in the Bible, everything that's done in the dark will be exposed to the light, okay? And that's why this is coming out. Because right now we're in a very, very weird time in this world. Okay, the 26-year-old didn't know Chaney was HIV positive until we brought it to his attention. I mean, first of all, if a bitch ready to stick something in you and he don't know you, you better think something wrong with it, ass. And the 14-year-old had no clue that he was having unprotected sex with an adult that was HIV positive. You see what I'm talking about? This pervert. Oh, jeez, that's a close-up of him. Y'all was dead thirsty. Y'all was letting this motherfucker stick y'all uncalling. I'm good. This guy's nasty. He's a menace to society, and he's proven that because he didn't care. He was out for what was good, and he was willing to offer all the sexual favors that these people wanted because he didn't care. He decided that he would infect everybody, and I have a horror story. I'll give it to you in a moment. Polk County deputies wanted to arrest Chaneyfield last week, but he was in Baltimore leading a funeral service, as hypocrites do. We actually tried to catch him while he was in Baltimore because we didn't even want him wandering the streets of Baltimore. Wow, the police is talking about him like this. What is he up there? Judge said, but he said his department got zero assistance from authorities in Baltimore, an agency that a spokesperson for Judge identified Wednesday as the Maryland Transportation Authority Police. And kudos to the police officer that was trying to protect the lives of the people up there in Baltimore. A representative for Maryland Police could not immediately be reached for a comment on Wednesday. Chaneyfield has been booked on suspicions of 3 counts of lewd battery of a minor, 3 counts of interfering with custody of a minor, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, 3 counts of traveling to meet a minor, 4 counts of having sex as an HIV-infected person without informing the partner, possession of marijuana, and 5 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia. So like they said, he was a drug-doped-out pastor spreading his infection. This is a dope-smoking preacher right here in front of you, Judge said. He's a dope-smoking pedophile preacher right here before you. And now he's locked up in the county jail where he should be. He was well respected in the community. That's because people always rushing to believe that somebody else is better than themselves instead of looking inside. People trusted him. They believed in him. And now our plea is, if you've engaged with this guy in X, let us tell you about his HIV status, because he didn't. Chaneyfield also was the chaplain for Compassionate Care Hospice in Lakeland and has previously been employed by Crystal Lake Middle School as a substitute teacher. So he's been everywhere. I would be shocked if there weren't other children victims out there, Judge said. I would be shocked if there wasn't other victims out there. He was very active and he was very engaged. Calls to a publicly listed phone number for St. James United American Free Will Baptist Church on Wednesday were met with a message that the line had been disconnected. And I would disconnect from that church, because if they ain't smart enough to disciple a bad spirit, then what the hell are they there for? The United American Free Will Baptist Conference said St. James United American Free Will Baptist Church in Winter Haven is not affiliated with or governed under the ecclesiastic authority or jurisdictions of the United Free Will Baptist Church. We are unable to offer guidance into this. So listen, this is my story. Quick. There was a guy that I met online and we were talking, and he was coercive to me. He waited until after I got to know him, and right before we was getting ready to meet, he revealed to me that he was HIV positive. I was glad that he had revealed that to me.
Thanks for tuning in.
Because I had gotten to know him over that time frame. And so I guess he wanted to let me know, because when I saw him, it was showing on him. So you need to be able to discern the spirits, okay? Now I'm going to briefly sniff this and we're done. 5:11, everything done in the dark will be brought to the light. Luke 8:17. So don't get caught in the light doing something you shouldn't be doing, okay? Sign off in the comments.